So please let me know what is your last class here. What is the last class?
Structure of purchasing.
Okay, structure of purchasing. Okay, right on. Heading, client's requirement or business requirement. Heading, business requirements. Heading, business requirements. Right on. In real-time projects, in real-time projects, ఏంద్రా ఈ బాధ ఉంది. Right on. In real-time projects, client deals with different types of purchase requisition, such as manufacturer PR, means manufacturer department will create PR, stores PR, design department PR, etc. Full stop. Right on. We consultants has to provide solution in SAP. We consultants has to provide solution in SAP to differentiate types of PR. To differentiate types of PR. To differentiate types of PR. See guys, I'll tell you exact real-time requirement. In real-time project, already I have given a note to you, no? In a company, any department requires materials, then they are going to write PR. Okay. So client's requirement is which department, how many PRs they are creating. How I will identify this PR belongs to which department? Ela gurtupadtanu. How? So in SAP, I want department-wise PR difference. By seeing PR, yes, I should identify this PR belongs to this department. Then PR చూడగానే గుర్తుపట్టాలి PR ఏ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అని. Okay, that is what the exact real time requirement. If I cumulate all together, then how I'll find out which PR belongs to which department? So it is impossible because we have to sit and we have to check manually every PR. Correct. So instead of that, I want difference in SAP. I want difference in SAP. Okay, this PR I got request. This PR is from this department. How you will give that difference? That is what the role of consultant. Consultant has to provide difference in PR in SAP system. Okay, so that is what the requirement. Right on. Consultant role in PR heading. Consultant role in PR heading. Right on. Define document type heading. As of now, we have discussed the material type, vendor account groups. Now we are starting new concept, that is document type. Right on. Define document type heading. Right on. Document type differentiates the type of purchase. Document type differentiates the type of purchase. It differentiates type of purchase. Full stop. In real-time project, we consultant has to create each document type for each department. In real-time project, we consultant has to create each document type for each department. Each document type for each department. Full stop. Pardon. The standard PR document type. The standard PR document type is defined by SAP is defined. The standard PR document type defined by SAP is NB. Same like your material type ROH, FERT is there, na? Same. PR document type standard is NB. Only one document type. But you have multiple departments, na? Then how you will use this one document type? Right on. Full stop. We consultant has to customize new document type we consultant has to customize new document types by copying standard to fulfill department-wise PR's requirement. To fulfill department-wise PR requirement.
Can you repeat this line again?
We can use, sorry, till where you are written?
I mean SAP and NB. I mean the standard PR document type defined.
The standard PR document type defined by SAP is NB, full stop. We consultant have to customize. We consultant has to customize new document types by copying standard. By copying standard to fulfill client department-wise PR's requirement. To fulfill client department-wise PR's requirement. Okay. So if you want to fulfill department-wise PR requirements, na, we have to customize our own document types. Okay. Right on path. Continue. Use following path. Use following path to define new document types by copying standard. Right on path. Here guys, so let us start purchasing customization. Sorry. Right on. SPRO, IMG, materials management, under materials management, purchasing, under purchasing, here guys, PR, purchase requisition, under purchasing, purchase requisition, under purchase requisition, here guys, define document type. Define document types. Enter. Go to position. Go to position. Give standard document type NB. Enter. Okay. Now select NB line because we are customizing a department SPR. Select NB line. Select NB line here. Click on copy as icon. Click on copy as icon. Give your own document type. Example of stores is creating PRR. Now for stores we want to create document type. Now I'll give ZS. I'll give ZSPR. ZSPR. Stores PR. Give your own document type. 4-character code. It's 4 characters. Give your own document type. Comma description. Enter. Give your own document of 4 characters, comma description. Enter. Enter. Here guys. Click copy all. After enter, immediately click copy all. The reason is, whatever backend functionalities are there now, all relations, like, see, this is the relation of our P2P cycle. If you observe, these are P2P cycle relation, correct? But how system knows these links? So these links it will copy automatically. That is what this link document. So click copy all. In real time also same thing. Whatever you are writing on notes now, same thing you have to do it in real time. It will copy functionality of standards to your own, same like your company code. Okay, click copy all. Check how many entries it has copied. It will show you now. See, it has copied 332 entries. Let us see what are those 332. Continue and save. Continue and save. Write down note. Note. SAP, sorry. We will copy standard NB. We will copy standard NB because of link document. Because of link document. We will copy standard NB because of link document. It will copy link document from standard NB to customization document type. It will copy link document from standard NB to customized document type. Okay, let us see. It has copied 332, na? See here. Let us copy ZSPR, stores PR, and double click on link PR document. See, how many are there here? 326 are there. Means out of 332, 326 are linked documents. See, you can create RFQ with reference to PR. Right? Because there is a link between PR and RFQ. You can create purchase order because there is a link between PR and purchase order. So you can create purchase order with reference to PR. You can create RFQ with reference to PR. Okay, remember, this will discuss anyhow further. But if system is allowing only because of this link document. If this link is missing, then system will not allow you to create RFQ with reference to PR or PO with reference to PR or RFQ. Okay, that is the link document. So out of 332, 326 are here. Then what happened to remaining 6? So guys, please open your PR notes. First note, first point, you are written in PR. Just open your, just go back to your PR notes. Initial notes, first paragraph. There I have given a note, na? If any department requires materials, then they are going to create PR. Then they are going to create a request document in the form of PR. And after that, I have given a point. PR can be standard. PR can be STO, subcontracting, right? If you count now, those are 6 will be there. 6 types of PR. You can count. Okay. And those 6 are here. Those 6 are here, guys. So, sorry, ZSPR, no? Select ZSPR and double click on item category. And here comes remaining 6. These are standard here. These are standard SAP. Okay. Got it, guys? These are the things what we copy. Okay. These are standard item categories. Now write down note number 2. Put a star mark and write down very important point for interview purpose also. Write down. Document type controls entire PR. Document type controls entire PR. Same like your material type controls material. vendor account group controls vendor, na? So here, document type control, entire PR. Entire PR. Entire PR. Okay, right on. Types of controls by document type. As you said, it controls entire PR, no? But what it controls exactly? Right on. First one, it controls number range of PR. It controls number range of PR. Second one, it controls field selection of PR. Okay. Next, third one, it allows item category. These six are standard. It allows item category. It allows item category. It allows item category. Okay, these are the three controls which will be done by document type. Document type controls number range of PR. Document type controls field selection of PR. Document type controls. Okay, document type controls item category. Types of controls by document type. Heading is types of controls by document type. Okay, done, right? So same like material type here. Now write down define number ranges of PR. Heading. Define number ranges of PR. Define number ranges of PR. Define number ranges of PR. Full stop. Right on. In SAP standard, each document type of PR in SAP standard, each document type of PR will have one internal and one external number range. 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 Full stop. Right on. Number range will be used. Number range will be used to identify PRs in SAP. Next line. PR number range length is 10 digits maximum. PR number range length is 10 digits maximum. PR number range length is 10 digits maximum. Okay, right on path. Use following path. Use following path to define and assign number range to PR document type. Use following T code or path. Sorry, only path, not T code. Use following path to define and assign number range to PR document type. Done. SPRO IMG. SPRO IMG. Materials management. Purchasing. Under purchasing, purchase requisition. Under purchase requisition, define number ranges. Define number ranges. SPRO IMG, materials management, purchasing, under purchasing, purchase requisition, under purchase requisition, define number ranges. Enter. Enter. Here. Click on change intervals. Click on change interval. Next. Here. Insert line. Click on change interval. Then insert line. Then insert line. Okay. So after inserting line, here guys, give serial number. Give serial number, comma from and to number range. Give serial number, comma from and to number range. Give from and to number range. Okay. Give from and to number range for both internal and external. Here guys, P3 is my internal, P4 is my external. Okay. Save it. Save this. Okay. Now, go back to your document type screen. Why? Because we have to assign now. Go back to your document type screen. Go back to your document type screen. Go back to your document type screen. Select your document type by using position. Select your document type by using position. Select your document type by using position. Here guys, just go back to your document type screen. Just go back. Here, define document types. Okay. Now select your document type by using position. Just go to position. Give your document type. ZS PR. Okay, here. And assign internal and external number range serial numbers. Here guys, number range internal, number range external. Here we have to assign serial number. P3 and P4. No? Select your document type by using position and assign number range serial number. Select your document type by using position and assign number range serial number. Assign number range serial number. Assign number range serial number. Okay. Save. Save this. So P3, P4 is my number ranges. Save it. There is no specific range there. It depends on client's requirement. Okay. From and to number range, it depends on client's requirement. The maximum length is 10 digits. Okay. So department wise, if there are 10 departments, then we have to create 10 document types. And for all those 10 document types, we have to create different number ranges. From and to number range. But from and to which range you want, which series number you want, that you have to discuss with your client. Okay, which number series they want, 1 series, 2 series, which series and how much length they want. But maximum length is 10 digits. Okay, same like material. In materials we are given from and to number range. Na? Same, see, number ranges are discussed with client only. But what is number range? First you have to explain client, because we know number range. What is number range? It will help you to identify materials. How number ranges will be generated? Each material type will have one number range. Each vendor account group will have one number range. Each document type will have one number range. So what is document type? Document type helps you to differentiate types of department-wise PR. So each department we can create one document type. And for that one document type, we can create different number series. That cycle. Okay. So by seeing that series, okay, this number series, 1 series PR belongs to stores department. 2 series PRs, okay, it belongs to manufacturing department. So by seeing that series, we'll identify, okay, this number series belongs to this department. Okay, so numbers, always numbers will help you to identify anything, not only in SAP, in your banks, in your shopping invoice numbers, when you deposit or withdraw money, transaction number, your Aadhaar card number, PAN number. So guys, question for all of you. What is the 5th letter of your PAN number? And what it indicates? What is the 5th letter of your PAN number? And what it indicates? 5th letter of your PAN number is your name starting letter. Check if required. Okay, your name starting letter, your name or your surname, whatever is there on your PAN number, na? Okay, that is your 5th letter. You can check if you have a doubt. Okay, so every number will have some identification. Now, example, if you observe GST numbers of Telangana state, it starts with 36. Observe it. Okay, 36 is the state code of Telangana. So that is a number which will identify, okay, GST number 36, it is Telangana state GST. GST number 7, okay, it is Goa state. 34, Tamil Nadu. It depends on, anyway, it is arranged in alphabetic way. Okay. So it depends. The code identification. Code will help you to identify. Now, in same PAN card, 4th letter is always P for everyone. You check. P. P means personal. Everyone, those who are 20 people are there in the line in this class. 20 people, check your PAN number, 4th letter. It is always P. P means personal. If you observe company's PAN card, it will be C. C means company. Okay. So every code will have some identification process. They will not give dummily. Okay. So it depends on which code has to be generated. It is generating at front end. But how system knows that this has to generate? That is the backend settings done by consultant. Okay, guys. So this is what your number range concept. Right on next, define field selections of PR. Heading. Define field selections of PR. Define field selections of PR. Okay. Yeah. Right on. Field selections will be used. Field selections will be used to manage the fields of PR. Field selections will be used to manage the fields of PR. Full stop. Right on. Right on. Each document type will have one field selection. Each document type will have one field selection. Next line, right on. The standard field selection for NB, the standard field selection for document type NB is, the standard field selection for document type NB is NBF. 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 Sorry, NBB. This is PR now. I thought it is PO. Sorry, PR. NBB. Standard field selection for NB document type is NBB. So NB is document type. For NB document type, NBB is field selection. Okay. Right on. We can use standard field selection to manage fields of PR. We can use standard field selection to manage fields of PR, or we can customize our own field selection, or we can customize our own field selection for each document type. Or we can customize our own field selection for each document type. Full stop. Right on pass. SPRO IMG. SPRO IMG. Materials management. Purchasing. Under purchasing, purchase requisition. Under purchase. Can you hear me now? No message. Fine. So here, under purchase requisition, define screen layout at document level. Okay. Define screen layout at document level. Enter. Go to position. Give standard field selection NBB. Enter. Give standard field selection NBB. Enter. Here. Select NBB line. Select NBB line. Select NBB line. Then here, click on copy as icon. Click on copy as icon. Here guys, give your own field selection. So we are creating stores PR. Na? So I'll give same ZS PR. Give your own field selection, 4-character code. Better document type and field selection maintain same code here. It will avoid confusion. Okay, give your own field selection. Give your own field selection. Give your own field selection, comma description. Enter. Enter. Okay. So now you have defined your own field selection. Now you have to manage. Na? Double click on your own field selection, same ZSPR. Double click on your own field selection. Double click on your own field selection. Here guys, these are the subheadings available in your PR screen. Okay. Double click on field selection group. Double click on field selection groups. And here guys, manage PR fields. Manage PR fields. In bracket, based on client's requirements. In bracket, based on client's requirements. Based on client's requirement. Based on client's requirement. Based on client's requirement. Based on client's requirement. Okay. So after managing here guys, go back and save. Go back and save. Now this field selection you created for some document type now. But for which document type? We have to assign it now. Go back to your document type screen. Go back. Go back to your document type screen. Okay. Then select your document type by using position. So here, define document type. Then I'll go to position. Then I'll use my document ZSPR. Okay. So here comes my ZSPR. Go back to your document type screen. Select your document type by using position. And here guys, see, field selection NBB is there, standard. But what we done? We customized our own, so we'll remove this and we'll assign our own. Assign your own field selection. Select your document type by using position and assign your own field selection. Assign your own field selection. Enter and save. Okay. Enter and save. Next third one, last one. Allows item category heading. Allows item category heading. Allows ALLOWS. Allows item category. Right on. Item category will be controlled by document type. Item category will be controlled by document type. And it controls. And item category controls line item of purchasing document. 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 See, what is line item of purchasing document? Example, let us take standard purchase. Standard purchase means you are giving order to vendor. Vendor is supplying goods to you. That is standard purchase. Sometimes what we will do, we will give order to vendor, but we will ask our vendor to deliver goods to some other location, some other person. Means we are not taking the goods. We are requesting vendor to deliver goods to some other person. It is called third party purchase. Sometimes we will buy materials within our company from other branch. Plant to plant stock transfer. Within a company, we are buying materials. Okay. So it depends on type of purchase. Will be controlled by document type. Oh, sorry, item categories. But item categories will be controlled by document type. Okay. Right on. SAP has defined following standard item categories. SAP has defined following standard item categories. Right on. Here guys, these are the item categories. Right on. Heading, two columns you draw. One is item category, next is description. Okay, item category and description. Item category and description. Here guys. So under item category, write down blank. BLANK. Blank means it is standard item category. Okay, so in item category, write down blank and description is standard. Okay, next item category U. U means STO, stock transfer order. L means subcontracting. If you give item category L, the system will treat that PR belongs to subcontracting PR. Okay, next S. S means third party PR. Sorry, third party. Okay, then D. D means service. Means materials will not involve in this. Service means like painting, repair, testing and all those things. Okay, next K. K means consignment. These are the 6 standard item categories. These are the 6 standard item categories. Okay, right on. We consultants how to use standard. It is not possible to customize. Okay. Okay. So guys, we consultants can't customize. We have to use standard. That's it. Here you can check the standard. Okay. But when we have to use, that we'll discuss. As of now, we are going to start only standard purchase process. Once standard is done, then we'll go for other procurement process. Okay. So from here, we'll continue tomorrow. Bye for the day.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Metal Master tables.
You are not at a Metal Master table.
No, sir. I have doubt in Metal Master tables only. That's it.
Yeah. What is the doubt? What's the doubt?
How to give that? How to give that our groups in Metal Master data?
Which groups?
I mean, we are creating some metal type, no? So how to check the total?
No, exactly what you want to check. Exactly tell me the process, what you are doing and where you have doubt. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు
So
డౌట్
given the metal type ఇచ్చాను సో అది అంటే దాని ప్రాసెస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది అది మొత్తం డీటెయిల్స్ తెలుసుకోవడం సార్.
ఏం డీటెయిల్స్ తెలుసుకోవాలి? మెటీరియల్ డీటెయిల్సా, మెటీరియల్ టైప్ డీటెయిల్సా, లేకపోతే దేని?
The basic data 1, basic data 2.
సో బేసిక్ డేటా 1, బేసిక్ డేటా 2 డేటా అనేది MARA టేబుల్ లో స్టోర్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే
ఓకే. సో అది ఏ మెటీరియల్, ఆ మెటీరియల్ కోడ్ ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వు.
ఓకే.
మెటీరియల్ కోడ్ ఇచ్చేసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ మెటీరియల్ కోడ్ అనుకో, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయి. ఆ మెటీరియల్ డేటా ఏముందో మొత్తం ఆ టేబుల్లో చూపిస్తుంది. ఇలా ఆ మెటీరియల్ టైప్ ఏంటి, ఆ మెటీరియల్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఏంటి, ఆ మెటీరియల్ గ్రూప్ ఏంటి, ఆ మెటీరియల్ యూనిట్ ఆఫ్ మెజర్మెంట్ ఏంటి, ఇక్కడ చూపిస్తుంది.
ఓకే ఓకే.
నెక్స్ట్ ప్లాంట్ డేటా కావాలి. ఒక పర్టికులర్ ప్లాంట్ కి ఎన్ని మెటీరియల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను, ఆ డేటా ఏంటి అంటే MARC టేబుల్. MARCకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడ ఒక ప్లాంట్ ఇచ్చేసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తాం. సో ఆ ప్లాంట్ లో ఉన్న మెటీరియల్స్ మొత్తం వచ్చి వాడి డీటెయిల్స్ ఏంటో మొత్తం డీటెయిల్స్ చూపిస్తుంది. MARCకి వెళ్ళేసి ఇక్కడ ప్లాంట్ ఇస్తాం.
ఓకే.
ENR1 ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నా ప్లాంట్ ENR1. సో ఇక్కడ మాక్సిమం 500 అంటే డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి. 500 కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉంటే డిస్ప్లే అవ్వవు. సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి, మనం ఈ 500 తీసేయాలి, దెన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి. సో ఎన్ని ఎంట్రీస్ ఉంటే అన్ని ఎంట్రీస్ మొత్తం డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ప్లాంట్ లో ఎన్ని మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయి మొత్తం, అండ్ వాటి డేటా ఏంటి. ఆ ప్లాంట్ లో 4 మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 15 మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 15 మెటీరియల్స్ వాటి డేటా ఏంటనేది ఇక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అవుతాయి. ఈ B అంటే బ్యాచ్ మేనేజ్మెంట్. దేనికైతే బ్యాచ్ యాక్టివేట్ చేసామో ఇక్కడ X అని కనిపిస్తుంది. ఇవి మెటీరియల్స్. ఓకే. సో ఇలా యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఏదో ఒక ఫీల్డ్ ఇచ్చి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తే దాని డేటా ఉంటే ఆ డేటా మొత్తం డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? ఓకే.
అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్ సార్, వెండర్ కి 4 క్యారెక్టర్స్ కోడ్ ఇస్తాం కదా సార్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి.
అవును, వెండర్ అకౌంట్ గ్రూప్.
దానికి చేంజెస్ చేయడానికి ఉంటుందా సార్? అంటే వన్స్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్
నీకు ఆల్రెడీ కంపెనీ దగ్గర ఇచ్చాను నేను. వన్స్ క్రియేటెడ్ కోడ్స్ కాంట్ బి ఎడిటెడ్. వెన్ వీఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ కంపెనీ OX15 అక్కడ నోట్ ఇచ్చాను, గుర్తుందా? ఫస్ట్ నోట్, వన్స్ క్రియేటెడ్ కోడ్స్ కాంట్ బి ఎడిటెడ్ బట్ ఇట్ క్యాన్ బి డిలీటెడ్. కోడ్స్ డిలీట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ కొత్త కోడ్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకో. బట్ ఒక్కసారి కోడ్స్ క్రియేట్ అవుతే వి కాంట్ ఎడిట్ దట్ కోడ్. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
కోడ్ క్రియేట్ అవుతే ఎడిట్ చేయలేం బాస్, డిలీట్ చేసుకో కావాలంటే వెండర్ అకౌంట్ గ్రూప్ ని.
డిలీట్ ఎలా చేస్తారు సార్?
సో నేను అక్కడ ఉన్న స్క్రీన్స్ ఏం చూడట్లేదు అనమాట, జస్ట్ యూఆర్ బ్లైండ్లీ ఫాలోయింగ్ మై నోట్.
స్క్రీన్ చూస్తున్నా, డిలీట్ చూడలేదు.
ఎక్కడ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని ఇక్కడ డిలీట్ అని క్లియర్గా రాసిందిగా,
అవును. ఓకే సార్.
డిలీట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి మొత్తం ఎక్కడ ఏముంది అనేది. సేవ్. సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎంట్రీస్ డిలీటెడ్ 1.
ఓకే.
డిలీట్ సింబల్ లేకపోతే కొన్నిసార్లు మైనస్ సింబల్ ఉంటుంది, మైనస్ అన్న డిలీట్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇలా, సో ఇక్కడ ఇట్లా మైనస్ సింబల్ ఉందా, ఈ మైనస్ సింబల్
Okay,
అన్న
sir.
డిలీట్. ఓకే
ఓకే.
ఓకే, క్లియర్ డౌట్?
క్లియర్ సార్.
ఓకే దెన్, బాయ్ ఫర్ ది డే.